My name is Cedric. I'm a director here at Anaheim, OGP, as well as the 14U black coach and the 9U coach. Of my specific OGP location, our identity is here. We like to be a defensive-oriented group here. We like to focus on defense. We want to make sure we reiterate to our kids that offense sells games, sells tickets, defense wins championships. And I tell all my players all the time, if you go out and you had 21 points and we're playing man-to-man and the guy that you're guarding had 20 points, at the end of this game you had 1 point. So it does you no good to go get 21 points, but to allow 20 points. So we want to have a tough identity, and our culture is to play defense. And I really try to dwell on my kids that they're supposed to take on my identity as a player and a coach. So as a coach and as a player, I was a hard-nosed defender with a little chippiness and toughness to me. So I try to make sure I install that into these players, mental toughness and physical toughness on the court and off the court, for them to prevail at what they're doing as basketball players. I'll speak on, and particularly more than anything, my 14U group, which I've had some of those players on that team since the age of 7. And I've kept them, a lot of them, it was 5 of them in particular, I kept together until the 3 of them exited out last year going into high school, and 2 of them are still together. 2 of them are still together to this day. And last year, we made it to 6 championships with that group. We made it to 6 championships, and we lost 5 of them due to free throws and just not closing the game out correctly, and that hurt us. So to fast forward onto this season, boys have, of course, over the years been battle tested in several different games, but this season they started the season off. Right now, currently, these young men are 18-2, and they won their first 4 tournaments, and they gave up a tournament this past weekend where we could have easily won 5 straight tournaments. But I said all of that to say this: I believe our shortcomings last season at the free throw line, not taking care of the basketball, taking quick shots when we wasn't supposed to. The 2 kids that I did bring back this year, they were able to relate those moments to the teammates now. And we've had games where we needed to make free throws this past season, and we were able to hone in and knock free throws down. We've had situations where we had to protect the basketball when we had a lead, and these boys did a great job of making sure we didn't turn the ball over. So the growth aspect from last summer to this season has been tremendous. Like I said, to reiterate, they are right now 18-2 on the season, and they're playing good basketball. And I think a lot of that had to do with our shortcomings of not taking care of business last year. That was the most championship games I've ever lost as a coach since I've been coaching, and it was mind-boggling to know that we gave things away just by not being mentally prepared. So as a player and as a coach, I did a better job, I want to say, of having them dialed in, mentally ready. In the preparation, we always shot free throws, but I would be a little loose sometime with them at the free throw line. Now it's more about business. While we're at the free throw line, I need your attention, I need you engaged, I need you focused and locked in. So therefore, come a game time, this is what we're practicing, is what we're preaching. What we're preaching is what we're practicing. Now we can walk it like we're talking, and I believe that's helped them boys out. Just the process of information. So now I speak about my 9Us. So this is my first season coaching the 9-year-olds that I have this season. I've been at this age before, but now with me having a brand new group of kids that I've never had a chance to put my experience on or my hands on to let them understand me, it was rough starting off. We had 4 kids on that team. We up to 8 now. The kids are winning games. We've added some pieces to this team, and to see that, a lot of we couldn't walk and chew bubblegum when we first started. Now we're making crisp passes. Now we're not double dribbling as much, and now they're understanding what I want. And the biggest thing for me is processing information on the fly. And so I hold them accountable like I hold the 14Us accountable. If I'm drawing something up during this timeout, I need you to be able to process this information on the fly while you're fatigued and while you're smart and you're a good student, this is no different from school. Basketball is 90% mental, 10% physical. I give you a visual aid of what we're gonna do. So I need you to follow and pay attention to what I'm showing you. And if you understand and you can retain certain information, this will be easy. I'm your teacher right now. All right, just like when you leave, when parents drop you off at school, your teachers who you have to report to, you have to listen to. They drop you off in that parking lot and you come in here and practice. I'm your teacher right now. I'm mom and dad, or I'm parent. You have to give me your undivided attention, and I need you to grasp what I'm telling you. And the earlier they grasp it, the better off you'll be at the sport that we're playing. So I try to make sure these young men at 8 years old are accountable, and I hold the standard to them for them to be accountable. And I give them the same thing I give my older kids, because they're gonna have to know it. Well, you know me, being a Southern California young man that I am, and I'm a diehard Laker. You know what I'm saying? So by me being a diehard Laker, for one, coming out the West, the Lakers will come out the West this year. I believe so, Darvin Ham. We just got to make a couple of adjustments with Jokic and not let Anthony Davis guard him the whole game and put him on the last 5 minutes of the fourth. We'll take care of business with Denver. Out the East, it really doesn't matter who we have to see, because they have to come to the West. And with this 3-hour time change, they don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? So we going with the Lakers. I tell people all the time, you don't even know me and you mad, you're a hater. Now I know exactly how I feel to be a Laker. That was Jay-Z quote. I'm done.
That is the only correct answer.
We out of here. Got you, baby. We'll see y'all soon.